Hello internet and welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little bit different. So some of you may know that I have started my own retro game collection. I've got a GameCube, a PS2, a Nintendo Wii, N64, and I've got space for one more console. I'm not too sure what it's going to be just yet, but what we're going to do in today's video, as you can see here, I have got my PlayStation 2 collection so far. This is being recorded in January 2025. This is my PS2 collection so far. We're just going to go through what we've got, why I've kind of picked them up, and if there's any sort of little bits and bobs to know about these games. There's one omission to this set of games, which is the Metal Gear Solid games, because they'll be coming in a separate video when I talk about the Metal Gear Solid collection. We're also going to do the same for the GameCube, because I've got a few GameCube games. The N64 will be coming a little bit later on, as I have a very small collection for that. Same with the Wii. But let's make a start straight away with the first PS2 game. These are going to be in alphabetical order. The first one is 50 Cent Bulletproof. So back in the day when I was a wee laddie, I used to absolutely love all of the music of like 50 Cent, G-Unit, The Game, all of that kind of stuff. So I remember when this game came out and I got it for Christmas. I don't think I ever actually finished it, but PS2 2025, the year I finish a few more PS2 games and a few more games in general. I'm putting that out there. So 50 Cent Bulletproof is going to be one of them. This is complete with the disc and the box, so good condition. I think this cost me about £10 possibly. So yeah, so that is the first one. Just put this one down here. Next on the list is possibly my, I'm going to say, second favourite Burnout game. It is Burnout 3 Takedown, my favourite one being Burnout Paradise because of the online and everything like that. So Burnout 3 Takedown, this was obviously the third Burnout. I'd played the first two on the PS2, and then this one came out. Absolutely loved this one. It was one of my favourite racing games of all time, of that time. Still one of my favourite racing games of all time. Obviously, Burnout Paradise is ahead of that now. And again, this one is also complete in the box, manual, disc, and this one I bought from CEX, and I'm sure it was about £6. I found it really hard to find this game. So in all of the CEXs around me, I think there's about 6 or 7. I could only find it in stock in one CEX, and they only had the one copy. So that is Burnout 3 Takedown. Next on the list, I'm going to group all these together, well, 3 of them together, because there's very little that needs to be said about them. We have Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So what can you say? What needs to be said about the Grand Theft Auto games? I grew up playing these games. I am very ashamed to admit that I have not finished a single one of these. Actually, I tell a lie. I finished San Andreas, but I have not finished Grand Theft Auto 3 or Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So they are on the list of games to complete this year as well. And all of these, I believe, are fully complete. So disc, manual, and I believe we still have the map in all of them as well. So this is the Liberty City map. I'm not sure if this has been drawn on. I've not even opened it, but it looks like it's in very, very good condition. There is the map. And yeah, this Grand Theft Auto 3 cost me, I think it was £4 from CEX. So that was a good deal. And Vice City is also the same. It is complete in the box. Still has the Take-Two Games registration slip, which is very old school. I don't know if you remember those from old school games. It's got Max Payne on there and obviously Grand Theft Auto 3. This one also has the map as well, I believe. It has a map, whatever the map is, who knows. But there is a map in the back. And there's also a random code for something else. Again, this was bought at CEX. I think it was £6 at CEX. And then finally, San Andreas, again, fully complete disc and manual, and also the map. We're not going to open up all the maps for this. And again, this was CEX. This was, again, I think it was £6. So again, not too expensive. Now we move on to another Grand Theft Auto game, which is Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. So this was originally, I think, someone might correct me if I'm wrong, was released on the PSP, I believe. There was Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. They were originally released on the PSP and then came to PS2 a little bit later on. Again, this one, I've not played either of these at all. I think I owned, might have been Vice City Stories actually. I think I owned that for the PSP, but never really finished it or anything. Again, this one is complete and it has the map in it. This one, I think, was about the same price, about £6. I know that Vice City Stories is 20, so that's a little bit more expensive. So we will see whether we get that one. But it's 4 Grand Theft Auto games. There's only that one left to complete the PS2 set, I believe. So I'll probably try and get it at some point. So that's the Grand Theft Auto games out of the way. Now we're on to another group of games. We have God of War and God of War 2. Again, I am very ashamed to admit that I have not played any of the God of War games apart from the 2 new ones, the PS4 game and the PS5 game, Ragnarok and God of War 2018. So these are going to be completely brand new experiences to me, and I am very much looking forward to playing through these. So I think these were Christmas presents, but I think these are complete in the box. Yep, that one's complete. This one, you'll notice, is the Platinum version. Platinum is for games that have sold over so many copies, and obviously God of War would do that. So that's why this is Platinum. You'll notice it's got the silver around the outside, and it's got the silver and black spine compared to the white and black spine for God of War 2. God of War 2 as well, that is complete with the instructions, and it has the advert for the strategy guide as well. So I think these are a little bit on the more expensive side. I think God of War 2 is about £20 possibly. I can't fully remember. But yeah, again, really looking forward to playing both of these ones. And then we move on to Killzone. The only Killzone game I've played is Killzone Shadowfall, which was the PS4 launch title. So I have not played Killzone 2 or Killzone 3. I think there was a Killzone on the portable console. Never played that either. So again, very much looking forward to playing through Killzone. This got a 9 out of 10 according to the sticker at the front from OPSM2, which was the official PlayStation 2 magazine. I used to read that all the time as well. So yeah, looking forward to playing this one. This again is fully complete in the box, and it also has an advert for broadband from BT. So that's how old school we are here. Does it have the speed of it? Yes, a limited edition PlayStation 2 free broadband from BT, 512 kilobyte upload speed. Wow, what a time we were living in back then. So that is Killzone. Very much looking forward to playing through this. And a lot of these games you'll be seeing played on here. So the plan is to do some little gameplay bits of them and kind of show off, maybe do like some reviews of the games that I've not finished, because the next 2 games I have finished multiple times, but I really wanted them just to have on the PS2. I've got no intention of playing either of them, but when I saw they were both Platinum editions, I was like, I'm going to get both of them. There's Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, so absolutely adored these games back in the day. I finished Kingdom Hearts 2 first before finishing Kingdom Hearts 1, and then I've gone back since and finished Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3. I finished these 2, the remakes that came out on the PS3, I think it was, and I've also owned them on Steam as well. I'm a massive Kingdom Hearts fan. Love all the games that I've played. So I just wanted to own these. These weren't too expensive. I think, again, they were about £6 each from CEX, so it's not as if I spent loads of money on them. And I believe these are both complete as well. Yep, so that's complete. One thing you will notice if I show you the Platinum disc, the Platinum disc doesn't have any artwork on. It is just the silver disc, whereas when I get to the next game, I'll show you what I mean about the disc being with other stuff on it. And again, fully complete Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. So can't complain with them. These are just going to sit on the collection. Probably won't play these at all because I've got better versions of them to play, and I've already played them quite a few times. So next on the list is Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. This was actually, I think this was actually £15, which I thought was quite expensive. And it's a Rockstar Games racing game. Again, another really good racing game. I have great memories of playing this with my friend quite a lot on the PS2, just driving around doing random like drag races in the, I think it was like in the sewers of LA or something like that. It was so much fun, so much fun. And just to hit on what I said before, this game is complete, but if you notice the disc on there has like artwork on it because it's not a platinum version. But again, this is complete. It's still got the details slip to fill in, to send to Rockstar. Yeah, again, played this loads. I'll be playing this just to kind of that nostalgic feeling of playing it. But again, another very good game from the PS2 era. What's next? Well, Pro Evolution Soccer. Need I say anything else about Pro Evolution Soccer? I had every single one from PS3 onwards. So PS4, I think, was kind of probably one of the better versions. This was only 50p, so I wasn't really going to say no. 50p, complete. You can't really go wrong for 50p, can you? And again, I'm going to be playing some Master League on this, see some of the old school players, see what players Newcastle have got in their team. So it's going to be a good time playing a bit of PES 4. And if you look on the front, Pierluigi Collina, the referee, the man, the legend on the front. Next game is another Rockstar game. It is Smuggler's Run. So this was a launch title for the PS2, and I owned it on the PS2 at launch. I got it as one of my launch titles, this and Wild Wild Racing. Really enjoyed playing this. I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest, back then, because it was 2001, but I remember sort of just driving around, having a good time, really enjoying it. So again, I thought I might even try and finish this one this time. That's the plan, to try and finish this year. And again, this is complete. This was £2. One really interesting thing that I love about the old PS2 games is the discs are like the blue sheen on them, and I just found that quite cool. I'd love to try and get the full set of them ones. But yeah, this is Smuggler's Run, Rockstar Games, and developed by Angel Studios. Never really heard of them, but Rockstar Games published it, and yeah, it's a good fun little driving game. It's nothing like the other two driving games that were mentioned, but it's still good fun, and it's another Rockstar published driving game actually. Next on the list is Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. I saw this wandering around CEX. It was £4, and I remember loving playing this. I loved the actual story mode of it and the battles you could have at the end. They were really fun. Not at the end, they had like arena battles you could do. They were really fun. And I thought £4, again, complete in the box. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to play through Episode 3. I was having a little bit of a Star Wars. I think I'd been watching the Star Wars movies when I went to CEX, which is a bit dangerous. A bit like when you go to Tesco on an empty stomach, you buy loads of snacks. You go to CEX on a Star Wars trip, and you come out with Star Wars games. Speaking of Star Wars, the next game, Star Wars Battlefront 2, possibly one of the greatest Star Wars games around then. I remember having this on the PSP as well as obviously the PS2, and I think you could like transfer your saves across or your battles. This was just fun. It was so much fun. You could play online. I remember playing a little bit online. Oh, it was so much fun. I loved this. The boxes, I've seen it in better shape, but again, it's complete. It's the platinum disc inside the normal box, but that's fine. I knew there was one game that was like that, but it's fine. I'm really looking forward to playing this again and just going down that Star Wars nostalgic hole. It's a good game. I really had a lot of fun playing this. I think you can invert the controls. I hope you can. And then it got remade for like the PS4. And it was good fun on the PS4 as well. I really enjoyed playing online on that. So I'm looking forward to diving back into this one. And there is one more Star Wars game in the pile, I think. Yes, it is. It is Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Star Wars Starfighter, sorry. Jedi Starfighter is the sequel. I remember this game kind of holds a little special place because it was one of the first games that I actually pre-ordered in a game shop for my birthday. I'm sure it came out around about my birthday time, and basically you pilot starships from Star Wars. The yellow, I've already forgotten what it's called. The Naboo N1 Starfighter, I think it's called. Yes, it's on the back of the box. I hope it is. This was only $150. This again is complete in the box, and like Smuggler's Run, it has the blue disc, which I think is really cool. So yes, looking forward to diving back into this. I know I've said this for all these games, and basically the games that I've bought, apart from Kingdom Hearts, are games that I really want to play. I've either played them before, or I haven't played them and I want to play them. So there's always something I'm excited to jump back into. Another game, this was only £1 in CEX, Stuntman. So Stuntman, again, was one of the first games that I actually bought on launch day. I remember paying £45 for this back in the day. That's how long ago that was. It was £1 at CEX. It was developed by Reflections, who are a Ubisoft studio based in the Northeast. So near to me, they're now part of Ubisoft. And basically, you're a stuntman. There's so many different bits and bobs you can do in this game. I remember really enjoying this. Never got to the end of it, but I really enjoyed it. And again, this game is complete. And for £1, you can't really go wrong. And again, a little bit like some of the collectors do. For £1, you get a box. If you get a dodgy box, you can replace it and you've only cost £1. So I'll probably look to do that with a few other games like the Pro Evo games, buy them cheap. Another game which I never completed, I really enjoyed the little bits that I played of it, but never completed it, is The Getaway. So The Getaway is based in London. It's kind of a Grand Theft Auto style game, but set in London. And basically, like Grand Theft Auto, you go around, complete jobs for people, missions. It's very similar to Grand Theft Auto, but like I've said, set in London. And I was at Comic-Con last year, and the team behind it, which is Team Soho, which is like Sony, I think it's Sony London now, they were the team behind it, and they sort of talked about how they just basically mapped out from their office in London all the way out from there, and they used to go on like lunch trips just to random places in London to map out the bits of London in the game. And I think this will be a little bit of a trip down memory lane, so you can kind of see what London was like back in, when did this come out? 2003, I think? 2002. So you can kind of see what London looked like in 2002. I think there's like the Orange Shop and stuff like that. And this has the receipt in it, and it was £5. It's £5. It is complete with a receipt. So this was only £5. Again, another good one. Very happy with that. And then there's another two here. We'll put them together. Lord of the Rings. So Two Towers and Return of the King. Two movie tie-ins, two very good movie tie-ins. I played both of them. I completed both of them, I believe. But again, I want to play these again because there hasn't been many good Lord of the Rings tie-ins. I don't think. You had the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games, which I've just rebought on PC. But these were kind of the first really good Lord of the Rings games. And yeah, I'm going to jump in these again. This one's a platinum version, this one's not. I'm alright with that. I'll probably try and either change one of them if I can. But again, I'm not too fussed. I'm just kind of here to play them. So, two Lord of the Rings games. Are they in the right order if I put them back? No, they're not. Now they are. And then we have two more games which we will keep together. Time Splitters and Time Splitters 2. Time Splitters Future Perfect is very hard to find, which is the third one. So until then, I've got these two, probably regarded as two of the best shooters for a long time. Time Splitters 2, I had loads of fun playing multiplayer on that. So again, looking forward to playing the stories of these. I remember finishing 3. I think I finished 2, but I never finished 1. So very much looking forward to them. I know Free Radical, who developed it, had another couple of attempts at trying to find that je ne sais quoi with some of the games, but they never really did. So looking forward to playing these. And this brings us to the last game on the list, a game that I have never played before. It is not complete. Them two were complete. This one is not complete in the box. It's missing the manual. This is Zone of the Enders. So this is a Konami game done by Hideo Kojima, who produced all the Metal Gear Solid games. And yeah, I've never played Zone of the Enders or Zone of the Enders 2. They're on my list of games that I want to play. And this was in, I think it was when I picked up Burnout. I saw this in the bottom corner for, I think it was a £5. And I just thought, I'll pick it up now. I'll try and find a manual further down the line. But yeah, without the manual, disc in there. But yeah, looking forward to playing that. And that brings us to the end. Obviously, like I said, I've got Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, but they're going to be part of a different video. We're also going to do the GameCube video to show off what I've got for the GameCube as well. And yeah, let me know if there's any PS2 games you recommend you think I should pick up, or games that I shouldn't play out of that list. Let me know your picks, and please sure to hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to see when more videos go live. You can follow me over on Twitter or X at SquiggyPlays. You can follow me on Instagram at SquiggyPlays, and TikTok also at SquiggyPlays. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Comment PS2 in the comment section down below, and I will reply to every single one of you that does that. And until next time, I will see you next time. Goodbye.